And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. From the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Down at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Jones has it.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Jones
and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Down and 4.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Let's go. You tighten up. Rip. Check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. 46.
Shotgun now for Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Brady to Gronk, a familiar ring to that one, and it's a Buccaneers first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
46 for Mike, 46.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
We're scoreless after one. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
For the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
For the point after.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
5-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A rare pick 6 thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick 6s in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
We got four.
Now Brady again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Vaughn. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keyshawn Vaughn with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Buccaneers 10. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and long.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Bridgewater on first down. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
Number 11, Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson. As the first half is winding down, and the Panthers add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
5-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He goes full extension, and he's got it.
Complete to
a first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Second and inches.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Bucs 3-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Kyle Love, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 25-yard line.
Now this time, Brady will throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And this is caught by Evans. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 23 yards the pickup there.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
A quick throw by Brady complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Mike Evans. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At their 48-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. 552. Hey, watch the slant.
Operating from the gun, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's complete to his running back, Vaughn. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
1st and 10.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He finds his target. It's Evans. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate. But most of the time, he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A 6-yard pickup.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. Now this time he'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Panthers 35, Buccaneers 17. Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and through. And they open the lead up now to 25. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25. Yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He completes it to Evans. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Complete to Robbie.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work an exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incomplete.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. He'll find Vaughn complete out of the backfield. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
It's now 3rd and 2.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
52, 19, Mike. I got one. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Rip left. 52's the Mike, boys, 52. Time to go, night.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it.
By the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play.